Your forecast first, sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Well, good evening to you. We've had some showers and thunderstorms around the area, especially earlier this afternoon. We take you back 6 hours. You can see the radar was a little bit more lit up with those storms. Those have now pushed off to the east, and we're catching a little bit of a break. That doesn't last all night, though, as another round is set to move in pretty late tonight. But if you need to get out and about this evening, you'll be okay. It's pretty muggy, though. 80 in Decatur, 80 in Mattoon, 79 in Champaign. And again, those showers and thunderstorms will return. It looks like the closer we get to 9, 10 o'clock tonight. We'll talk about whether or not any of those storms could be severe when we come back. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now from WCIA 3 News.
People do school fundraisers through websites all the time. Why one in Muhammad has a PTO member resigning.
I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it at all.
At first glance, it might look like a water rescue, but these officers were trying to make an arrest with a boat instead.
It's an icon indicator.
Why a building that was once filled with so much life is coming down.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 6.
My first thought is that I feel it's very unfortunate.
A member of Muhammad School's PTO board said he's resigning. He admitted to profiting off of a school fundraiser. Good evening, I'm Paul Cicchini.
And I'm Jennifer Roscoe. Ken Keefe was using a donation site he developed called Fund for Us. It worked a lot like GoFundMe and took a percentage of the donations along with charging a processing fee. The PTO board president says no one knew it was his site or that it was for profit. WCIA 3's Courtney Bunting is live in our control room tonight. So, Courtney, the question is, how much money did he make from it?
And Jennifer, the PTO board told me they don't have the exact total of that amount yet, but they did say that every credit card donation sent a 3% profit to Ken Keefe. And the whole time he was profiting, no one on the PTO board knew. Many parents, like Abby Hauser, are asking the same question. Why? Hauser's 2 kids are in the Muhammad Seymour School District. She found out through a Facebook post that parent-teacher organization board member Ken Keefe was profiting off of donations to a school fundraiser.
Whether it's a lack of judgment or a lack of knowledge or even poor personal ethics, I really do think that he had the best interest of the students perhaps in mind.
The fundraiser, called Dog Walk, helps support the organization. To collect money, Keefe created a site in 2018 where people could donate. The site also took 3% of donations for profit, something the PTO board says they were unaware of. They said on Friday afternoon, quote, Ken disclosed over the phone that he owned the Fund for Us website and the company did profit from the dog walk. None of the elected board members were made aware prior to this time. When they found out on Friday, they asked Keefe to step down.
But I think they took the appropriate actions considering what they found out.
Keefe announced today he's stepping down through a post on his public Facebook page. He also apologized for what happened, saying, quote, as the Dog Walk 2018 planning began, I made a critical mistake. Hauser says she just wants people to continue to support PTO's mission.
They really are a great organization who does a lot for our kids.
The PTO board told me they will be taking on the responsibilities of Keefe's role until they can find someone else to appoint to take his position. Jennifer.
All right, Courtney, thank you. Now, Keefe is also a member of the Muhammad Seymour School Board. Superintendent Lindsay Hall said they're, quote, in the process of obtaining related facts and will review any implications as they may relate to Mr. Keefe's position as an elected member of our Board of Education.
It's the first day of classes at the U of I, and new is the word of the day. New students, new traffic patterns, and new rules. The school is trying to emphasize e-cigarettes are not allowed under the smoke-free campus guidelines. It's been outlawed since 2014, but some still don't know. One student didn't know vaping was banned until we asked him. He says he's not sure why e-cigarettes are being targeted as well.
A lot of people use it for like de-stressing and other reasons. I don't know, maybe they're trying to quit cigarettes and stuff. Also, there are a lot of people who come from foreign countries where it's legal to smoke cigarettes and stuff, so they sort of have the habit already.
There was an increased police presence today. Police will be handing out tickets for people caught vaping. The first violation will be a warning, while a second will cost $25.
A man is dead after a fire in Urbana this morning. It happened in the Ivanhoe Estates mobile home park. The fire department was called when a neighbor saw smoke. That neighbor knocked on the doors and windows of the home. 46-year-old John Wagner was inside but didn't come out. The sheriff's office is investigating.
We have new information about the shooting at the Vermilion County Courthouse. The inmate who was shot on Friday has died. Investigators say a deputy was trying to move 55-year-old Daryl Perkins between holding cells. Perkins stabbed the deputy several times in the face, so the deputy shot him. The name of that deputy has not been released. He was taken to a hospital. The investigation has been handed over to state police. A wanted intoxicated man didn't run but swam from police after he escaped from a hospital.
Yeah, you heard that right. It happened just before 10 this morning at Crystal Lake Park in Urbana. An hour later, police caught 41-year-old Matthew Mayfield. It's a situation they say was definitely a first. WCIA 3's Emily Braun was there to watch everything unfold. Now, Emily, this man has been wanted for a while.
Mayfield had several arrest warrants that had been out for a while, and just today he was listed as Champaign County Crime Stoppers' wanted subject of the week. But police never expected they'd find him by chasing after him in a motorized boat. The usually peaceful Crystal Lake was surrounded.
I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it at all.
What came in as a call for a water rescue turned out to be a manhunt.
Yeah, a little different. Not heard this one before.
A man with 5 different warrants out for his arrest got into a car wreck in Coles County Sunday night. He was transferred to Carl Hospital in Urbana. He was intoxicated. Within 10 minutes of arriving, he slipped out and took off with a dog to the nearby Crystal Lake Park, jumped in the water, and swam.
In Champaign, Urbana, no, I haven't heard this story before. This is a new one. I've not heard anyone try to escape arrest by swimming to an island.
4 police officers climbed into a motorboat and took off to try to catch the fugitive. This created quite the spectacle for nearby neighbors.
It's kind of surprising for this neighborhood anyway, for something like that going on. There's usually car accidents down here more than anything else.
About a half hour after police paddled across the water, they caught 41-year-old Matthew Mayfield, who they were considering dangerous, in a T-shirt and underwear. They took him back to the hospital, then to jail. Mayfield was wanted on warrants for residential burglary, criminal damage to property, violation of an order of protection, failure to appear on child support, and failure to appear for driving on a suspended license. Back to you.
It's quite a list. All right, thank you so much. Now, Mayfield was involved in that 3-car accident the night before, as we said, in Coles County. He crashed into 2 other cars and was hurt. Afterward, he was taken to that hospital.
It's a building full of history in Decatur, why the pump house is now at the end of the road.
Plus this.
There's a lot of upcoming projects.
And there's one Champaign's newest building inspector hopes comes his way soon. And maybe you too. Sure to get some of you sports fans excited.
And as we look outside, this is our roofing dog INET Casey Summers camera in Mattoon. Look at the sunshine, but mixed in with quite a bit of cloud cover. On a day where the high fell below normal at 81 degrees, a lot of that because of the rain and the clouds we've seen. But we've got another round of storms heading for us later tonight. We'll talk about when that sunshine returns and the upcoming weekend forecast next.